What's up, y'all? Just want to come on here for a second right before the main body of the video and let you know that the video is about 18 minutes long. I go over pretty much my experience up to this part. But since I've made this video here a couple days ago, I've had a few things come in for my next classes. So that being said, I'm going to make another video here soon in a couple of weeks and talk about what's coming up. But it's very general. This video here is very general about how the last 16 weeks have gone. So if there's anything more specific y'all would like to know, then just please let me know in the comment section. I'll throw a video together, maybe talking about an individual class and what to expect. I know initially I was going to do those like small weekly updates on the YouTube shorts, and you know, life just happens, you get busy, and I don't keep up with it. This YouTube thing is not a main thing for me at all. So if it was, you know, I would have more time dedicated to it. But anyways, like I said, if there's something else you want a little bit in depth on, please let me know in the comment section and I'll make a video about that. Hope you enjoy it. What is going on, everybody? Benjamin here with B-Jamen Studios. I know it's been way too long since I have made another video. I know initially I thought I was going to try to do like a small, brief, week-by-week recap. And yeah, no, that's just definitely not possible, at least not for me right now. That being said, my first video, you know, was my initial impressions, you know, based off my experience so far. I hadn't started school yet. I was getting ready. I'm trying to remember exactly which classes I had first. It was Introduction to Firearms and Basic Ballistics. That was the first two classes. So those two went pretty good. Introduction to Firearms just covered exactly what you thought it would. Very elementary stuff. First week was literally about gun safety. Obviously, it's a great place to start. As it went on, it got you more and more talking about different firearm platforms, you know, direct impingement, piston, all those different things, and even into shotguns, lever actions, and whatnot. So it was, like I said, exactly what it says it was, Introduction to Firearms. Honestly, a little bit underwhelming, but you still got to remember, not everybody that takes this class, you know, grew up around firearms. Not everybody that takes this class was prior military. Not everybody that takes this class is even comfortable with firearms. So the Introduction to Firearms definitely is just baby steps, you know, shallow in, just kind of getting your feet wet, if you will. So the Basic Ballistics, I will say this about Basic Ballistics, it covered a lot more about the actual type of the projectile, I guess, which obviously is in the name. It's still talking about ballistics, but I thought it was going to go more into how the bullet actually responds once it strikes its target. You know, when you hear the word ballistics, at least for me, that's where my mind first goes. But once again, Basic Ballistics, it literally covered all the different types of projectiles, covered casings, you know, what the head stamp means, the different types of primers, a lot of that cool stuff. So that went well. I wound up wrapping up those two classes. I think I wrapped up Introduction to Firearms with like a 97.67 or something average, and Basic Ballistics I think was a 95. So I mean, I felt pretty good about it, and I definitely didn't do the bare minimum. You know, I tried to go a little bit above and beyond what the instructor asked, just to show that I was, you know, genuinely interested. You, by all means, you know, you can do the bare minimum. You can barely get by and get out of there with a C, but it's like a lot of things, y'all. You get out of these things what you put into them. So reading the course material and actually put some effort into the projects. I will say this, what I really like about everything so far, even with this new set of classes that I'm about to wrap up, a lot of times the instructors give you the option to either type up an MLA format style paper about whatever that week's assignment is, or you can do a PowerPoint presentation depending on, you know, what's due, what it actually is, or you can do usually a 2.5 minute video or 3.5 minute video, something like that, and cover the material. So I hate I hate typing. That being said, I have gotten better because, you know, a lot of times you just have to turn in a paper assignment. So I've kind of gotten used to the MLA format now. So if you're still looking at SDI, definitely familiarize yourself with formatting properly, because it does impact your score. It does help when you, usually the first couple weeks, depending on your instructor, once again, depending on your instructor, they'll give you some leeway. But yeah, so I've opted in for the video format every time I've had the option. It's a whole lot easier for me to sit here and talk and put my thoughts out, maybe follow just a small, you know, point, you know, like it's notepad with some keynotes written on it to kind of keep me on track. But if you have that option, if you have that availability, you know, use it. I think it's a little bit easier to get your idea out there, and you don't have to worry about, how do I type this in my own words? You literally just talk in your own words. So another thing, like I said, you can log in with your school ID, I believe on Word, and it gives you access to, like, you know, Microsoft Office and the PowerPoint presentation and all that good stuff. I already had that, so I didn't log in with that. But anyways, what else here? So we're after those 2 classes. There's no break. I'm in the certification program. I'm not in the associate's degree. I don't think I'm going to go that route. I know last time I was debating it. I think I'm just going to call it with the certification. But I did those 2. And then, I mean, as soon as week 8 was up with those 2, started week 1 with firearms finishes and engraving, and firearms troubleshooting and inspection, or inspection troubleshooting. Weeks 1 through 4 was just those 2. The 5th week, they added in firearm or gunsmithing tools lab. So just like I did with the first 2, I'll show you what I got sent. I didn't get anything for basic ballistics. I just got the one box I showed you there that had the cleaning kit with it. So for inspection and troubleshooting, they sent, I don't know if they have a name on the back of this box right here or not. I'm actually about to finally use this final week coming up. This is the actual lab for it. But we have some PermaBlue, a T-handle tap wrench. Got our, I think, aluminum. I have to look and see. They actually have it. It probably would be smart of me, instead of looking at them all, to show you all the lab that comes with it. One take. I'm doing this in one take, no edits. All right, so it comes with a PermaBlue compound, the aluminum plate here. We got our Phillips screws, the tap I showed you, the spiral flute screw extractor, a jobber drill bit, calipers, which calipers seem really, really nice. Come in this hard shell case for us. Extra batteries, all that good jazz. So yeah, so very nice calipers here. We got, also the first jobber drill bit was a 5/64. We got a number 31 jobber drill bit. That tap handle I said. The 3/64 center drill. And then our lab book. And also, so the lab book pretty much walks you through what we are going to do for the final project. And it's literally a step-by-step guide, shows you how to use the tools, how to set everything up to accomplish what needs to be done for your actual lab at the end of it. And then, like I said, the Shooter's Bible. If you don't already have one, which a lot of us probably do, but, I mean, all kinds of information in here, a variety of different platforms. You're probably hard-pressed to not find what you're looking for in there. Anyways, if I can get my thoughts together here. So that's for our firearms troubleshooting and inspection lab. And the lab is actually going to be about fixing broken or repairing fasteners. So, you know, definitely a good skill to work on if you plan on doing any restoration, or, I mean, it's good in general to know how to tap screws. So the next one, which was for, what did I say here? Oh, this is the third one. The next one, which was for our firearms finishes and engraving. So, finishes and engraving, you go over a lot of different types of finishes, you know, bluing, parkerizing, Cerakote, Duracoat, a lot of stuff. I'm drawing a blank here. Also goes over hydro dipping or hydrographics, whatever you want to call it. So the lab for that class is having to document the process of dipping an item. You do not have to dip one of your guns if you don't want to. I didn't. Everything I have is black, or the only thing I have that's actually done differently is my AR, and it's all painted up. But everything in my safe is black. I don't have any desire to really ruin one of them. What I did was I have a holster that I'm already wanting to paint dark anyways, because it goes with the rest of everything else I have. So I figured, why not go ahead and dip it for the class? And it's my T-Rex Arms Ragnarok holster that I have set up on the Safariland QLS system, you know, the cool, quick way to swap out holsters. That's the end result. It doesn't look half bad, honestly, but you can definitely tell parts that I messed up on and didn't quite get all the way. And that was due mainly to needing a bigger container. So that's probably one thing I will say. If you're going into the firearms finishing and engraving, then definitely invest, because when it's all said and done, you can use it for anything else. Use it to store whatever junk you have you need to store. But I used a regular sized container tub. I would get one of the larger ones that's wider and longer. It really doesn't have to be super deep depending on what you're dipping. With this, I literally could have had a tub that was like that deep and I would have been fine. The width is where I was really suffering. So try to get something a little bit wider than an average tub, you know, and you'll be all set. Like I said, you can always reuse it. So what's in here? The film that they send you, I mean, you see it. That's the end result of the film they sent. I got the world's squeakiest chair here. I hope y'all enjoyed that. So this dip kit comes with everything you see here, plus some gloves. Obviously, I use the gloves. So to prepare for it, they gave you a base coat to use, then a hydrographic activator, and then a clear coat for when it's all said and done. Everything you need to prep whatever it is you are going to be dipping, whether it's plastic, you know, some type of polymer or a metal, and then the actual film itself, and then a small brush to help clean up whatever it is you're going to dip. Anyways, very straightforward. Honestly, it was a very fun process. It was a lot of fun. I probably, either I'm going to rattle can that holster, or since I have stuff to dip, I might go on Amazon or somewhere and get a cool, you know, maybe black multicam, something darker, you know, because that's what I'm really looking for anyways. And then lastly, like I said, into your 5th week of those 2 classes, they add on a 3rd class, which is only 4 weeks long, and it's the Gunsmith Tools Lab. And you actually do not use any of these tools for the final. You can, I say you don't use any of them. For the final, you're actually going to do a detailed strip of one of your firearms that you either have or have access to. And of course, if you didn't already have these tools, you could use them. But once again, to show y'all what we got here, let me read off this list. So we got a file set. It's a 12-piece file set. Precision needle file set. Once again, 12 more pieces. And then we have our 24-piece gun care kit. So and that includes our punches and a little brass hammer and just, I mean, stuff if you don't have is going to be good to have around after it's all said and done. You know, a lot of us who are gun nerds, we've probably already purchased, you know, different tools throughout the years. If you're me, I started getting really serious about wanting to be able to work on my own stuff when I started carrying my own gun. But, I mean, who's going to argue with more tools, you know? So anyways, that's my 12-piece file set and whatnot. So very cool. A lot of cool stuff. I mean, stuff I'm going to be able to use throughout the years for sure. And then one last thing they did send me here a few weeks ago was their swag kit. It included an SDI t-shirt, a keychain with an AR-15 on it since I'm going to be doing the AR-15 armor course, and some stickers. There's one of them right there. So anyways, yeah, that's really about it, y'all. With the class, once again, you see a lot of people on the SDI Facebook page complaining a lot. There's definitely some things that could get better, but it's like every program out there. There's always going to be something that can be improved. For the most part, it's going good so far. The only class I really haven't enjoyed up to this point, and it's just an honest review, so is the Gunsmith Tools Lab. And the only reason I haven't really enjoyed that class is every instructor I've had so far is quick with feedback, is quick with grades, interactive with you. If you send them a message, they're quick to get back with you. And it's not been the case with this class. And you know what? You never know what's going on in somebody's life. This could be a very busy 4 weeks for him. So, you know, I'm not gonna say anything on that regard. It's 4 weeks long. I can get through it. I don't know what's next. I do wish on the main website that you log in to go to school. That's another thing. You know, a lot of people are complaining because the school changed its platforms for how they're doing things. The one thing I will say is the only thing I wish was different is I wish I could go to my calendar and see all of the upcoming classes that's left on my certification program. That way I could maybe go ahead and prepare or, you know, schedule out some things for me. That being said, I know after this coming up week is week 8 for the 2 classes and week 4 for the other class, so I'll be done. I have a week off. That's my summer break. I got a week off, and then I'll roll right into 16 more weeks straight of school, and then I can't remember exactly the date yet right now, but September I will be finished with this program. So it's going great so far. I've enjoyed it. I'm really liking it now. Things are getting a little bit more hands-on. We'll see how this next set goes. And hopefully I'll do a video not 16 weeks down the road like I did with this one. So maybe in 8 weeks I'll give an update on how this next set of classes is going. Anyways, hope y'all are having a good one. We'll see you next time.